Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, today
Wish.
we are reacting to the subunit Wish from the boy group NCT. This is the Japanese subunit. Who's NCT?
NCT is non-chord tone. Wish.
Actually, neoculture technology.
Close.
You'll be reacting to 2 songs off of NCT Wish's 3rd mini album. Up first is their song Color. The song celebrates breaking free from a dull black and white world by painting it with vibrant colors that symbolize individuality, unity, and joy. The song conveys a sense of empowerment and togetherness, encouraging listeners to shine brightly and create a radiant, colorful future. The song is composed by Kenzie, Andrew Choi, Jae Song, and Rauno. If you're hearing this right now, that means this video isn't monetizable, nor is it sponsored. Instead, this video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support our team and also gain access to tons of exclusive content.
Never-ending outro.
Yeah.
You know, I dig a good outro. If you just keep doing it.
Thank you so much to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't keep doing this without you. And now, back to the video.
3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, right into it.
Ah, Riku.
Okay, quicker tempo.
Oh,
What?
oh.
Is that a flexitone?
Instrumental is already very rich.
Why is it so yonky splunky? I love it.
It's got that record scratch.
Oh, the dance move is like painting.
Wait, we were so colorful in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's very different.
NCT does always hit me with some chords I'm like, yo.
Oh, they're so cute.
The triangle is nice here.
Reminds me of second gen groups.
Oh, it's so sizzly.
Synth line up top is really nice. It's like little stars.
A little bit of modal mixture.
I really like the harmonies, like the vocal harmonies. They're kind of cute.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. It's cool.
Flat 2 plus a major 3rd in the melody.
Heavy on the harmonies.
So like the verses are in F sharp minor, and then the choruses are more grounded in C sharp.
Oh, nice little radio scratch thing.
Is there somebody in this group that just has like a really low voice? There's like a lot of octaves.
I like the background color changing in that painting. It's cool.
Oh, I love that little.
Oh, hello. Crazy editing. Let's go.
They're definitely moving between keys like it's nobody's business. Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so bridge.
Cool little production moment.
So there's an E major land and there's a D flat or C sharp.
Oh, you see vocal.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, this song is so weird.
Wait, that was so cool.
Lament bass, low key. Ooh.
Oh, I just heard this triangle you were talking about earlier. I just heard this.
This instrumental is so colorful.
A blimp? Oh, marching snare moment? Okay.
I didn't love the dancing at first, but this is now it's working for me.
There's a saxophone?
I was expecting like a gradient this whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's just like boom.
Wow.
It's a cool synth at the end.
That made me very happy.
It's very bright.
First of all, like the whole aesthetic of the MV. Just like so colorful, so opposite from what we're wearing right now. Like it was just cute. It was like more like this background. Like I swear there was this background.
There was
color.
literally this color. Like they were wearing white and dancing on it in the
Yeah.
museum.
They're just such a refreshing group.
Dude, it's literally colorful.
A lot
Think
of
about it.
colors, man. It's like a fever dream, but it was fun.
For me, I really liked the instrumental texture. There were a lot of fun synths, and I felt like it was very satisfying. Like when you listen to ASMR and you feel like all the sounds are like scratching the right spots in your brain. This is like that, but like on steroids and colorful. I think there were a lot of different kinds of synths being used. Like there was this plinky piano-inspired pad sort of thing that was just glittering off, like arpeggiating off into the distance, and it's coming back always at the chorus. The sawtooths are really abrasive. There's a lot of like mid-range in the middle register. There's very abrasive sounds, and it's kind of like brass, but you know, still synthesized sound.
Helen, I think you got that. Helen has that.
It's the sizzly. It just like
You don't like the sizzle.
Well, because I feel like for me it disrupts the like actual like harmonic basis of the song when that comes in. It's like I lose like a little bit of the impact of like the harmony of the song itself and how that interacts with like the melody that they're singing.
What do you mean by sizzle?
It makes it like half percussive, I think. Like it's not entirely like just like but it's got like a little like zzz, like I don't know.
Therefore, it hides the tone.
The tone a little.
And therefore, it hides the harmony.
Yeah. But like, it's not that it's not there. I think it just makes it a little less obvious for me, but I don't think that would bother everybody. I think that's just like personal taste.
That's a Helen thing.
That's just a Helen thing.
You always don't like the sizzle.
There was a lot of instrumentation things that I thought added a lot of color to the piece. Like the triangle, it felt like there's maybe like some sort of like metal glissando sound, glissandi sound. The drum sounds they used varied a lot actually throughout this. They had like the standard one that was going throughout the whole time, but sometimes during the pre-chorus they would use these like really deep toms and maybe some like rim clicks and stuff. And then Aiden mentioned there was like a marching snare drum at the end. So like just these small little instrumentation changes just definitely added like splashes of color throughout the entire piece, at least in the percussion.
Color means a lot of different things because it's like timbre, and then harmony can also be a color. So like major versus minor has a different color. And so I think in a nutshell, this song has a lot of different like timbres and sounds that showcase a wide variety of different bright colors. I would argue this is very bright.
Also, something that's nice about you hear the backing that's like like the entire time. So when the French people discovered the pentatonic scale, they lost their minds, and every single piece that they wrote had the pentatonic scale. This is the pentatonic scale, but they're just going up and down it like the entire time. It's cool because you can both use it in major and minor keys, and they're in a minor key, but they're really accenting the third, fourth, and fifth note, which are of a major key, 1, 2, and 3. It's like the entire time they're just going up. Like just the entire time. Like it's really nice.
There was some nice strings in the chorus too. Just like kind of floating high up there. I think, or something like that.
And then with the harmonization being like
in a new song, but then, yeah.
something like that.
Definitely can never really predict the chords that NCT is going to choose for things. They're like just predictable enough that it's poppy, but they're not predictable enough that like I'm ever really expecting when there's going to be a big power chord hit.
There was one really cool chord. There it is, 145, 145. This dum 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 dum. We go into it's going to parallel major just for a little second. We go, instead of going to minor one, like we've been in this whole song, we go to a little bit of major one. And what word does it happen on? Color.
Yeah.
It's like a new color. That is cool. That is cool.
I think it's experimenting with like a lot of different harmonic things, but it's not necessarily like compositionally that cohesive.
I agree.
It's like when you mix all of the colors and it turns brown. I don't know what my ear is supposed to listen to.
Some kind of, like, I'm speechless. I'm left with no words.
You mentioned that it changes keys throughout, Kevin. Is the pre-chorus one of those moments where we harmonically
Let's
escape?
check it out. Yeah, so the tonal center's here. Yeah. But instead, the chorus, it goes, how does that work? Well, even though the chorus is in E major and we're hearing it through E major, the song is able to achieve that. It still likes to go to the relative minor a lot, so it goes like a, right? Even though it's clearly a very happy, very major sort of sound, but this minor, relative minor is the connection to the key that the verse is in, which is major of that. And that's the one thing I think the song is, through its maximalism, it's able to make that key change sound totally undetectable, which is pretty cool.
There were so many like different moods that were being explored. So they first, like obviously there was the one that they kind of like happy-go-lucky kind of like main theme-y thing that was like over the chorus versus like the dance break, like Bring Out the Color. I felt like that was like there was like hard departure between those two, which I don't mind. It did feel a little bit choppy in that way. Same. Like I did feel like it would just go from place to place without really a lot of like preparation for it. So like that's why my eyebrows kept going up every time, because every time it would be like completely out of nowhere. One of the craziest ones I think was at the beginning. Like there's nothing that really gives us any semblance of like this opening kind of thing, like synth sound thing.
Yeah, it's like
it does prepare us for the chorus eventually, but it doesn't connect at all to the first what happens when the voices enter.
Okay, this is, wow, wonderful.
You smacked that pause button so hard. Boom! Why'd you just do that, Kevin?
Why did it go there?
It's so interesting.
There's like nothing, there's nothing to support it.
Where'd that go?
I don't know.
when he says
stand up!
Yeah, when he says we stand up, it has no relation to anything. It just like came completely out of nowhere, which is maybe not a bad thing, but it was definitely a choice.
I think what makes that section so jarring is because we have all of these like huge chords and this like beautiful lush harmony. It's kind of all at your face. Suddenly everything's pared down, and then you just hear what like one of the ba ba ba, and it feels like the floor has dropped out under you.
Very much so.
And then once we go into rapping, we're kind of taken out of like the harmonic context of what we were just kind of setting ourselves up to be in. And that all happening within 16 seconds. It's kind of a lot to comprehend.
And the fact that they're doing it like on purpose makes it more okay to me. Also, like that was like a moment where I was like, where are we going here?
Or like maybe it's like we stand up for something, like we're standing up for something that we believe in, like bringing out people's colors, like embracing everybody for who they are. Like I feel like maybe the diversity of sound and like the surprise of sound is like a representation of that.
They do this, da, da, and they do the first two notes, but then they try tone substitution right back down to where they came from. Yeah, nice. It's so yummy. I don't hear that very frequently, and I don't think anyone uses that nearly enough. Yay, color!
Yay, color! Well, let's see if you'll feel the same way about Baby Blue.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
One more thing.
No. Somewhere there was like a store that said Baby Blueberry. Baby Blueberry. Foreshadowing.
How nice.
Foreshadowing indeed. So this was originally the pre-release single released on the same
sounds angsty as hell.
EP as Color. And this is Baby Blue, where the lyrics express longing for a lost love, comparing the separation to endless nights without light. With hope and faith in destiny, the singer believes their beloved will return like the certainty of morning or waves meeting the shore. The song is composed by Lee Joo-hyung and Cyrus.
Okay, Baby Blue is my favorite color, so I feel like I am obligated to like this one.
If you don't, well, that'll be awkward.
Then I'm
I'm changing your
Baby Blue is out.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Yushi.
wait, this reminds me of All About Lily Chow Chow.
Oh my god.
Lying.
It's a girl.
Girl.
Oh,
Kind of a goofy sound.
that's the exact same chord progression as Letting Go by Day 6.
Is that like an Almglocken?
Okay.
Dude, it's like, because it's too ringy to be a cowbell, right?
Oh, I like his voice.
I love what you can hear, like the different timbre of their voices. Oh,
Excuse me?
Ooh, look clever.
I kind of did that oopa oopa.
those chords weren't expected.
We actually are, like harmonically, this is kind of very interesting.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
It kind of worked.
You hear it in like halftime at first. and then it just like hits you with the, I guess, full tempo.
Wow, these synths are so heady.
Whoa. This reminds me very much of a different song.
That's cute.
It is really cute.
Little pizzicato strings.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like some sort of pitched cowbell, like omglocken with like string pizzas.
Those little harmonizations.
It's the pre-choruses.
So much offbeat stuff.
I know this isn't a polka, but it's doing the it's doing the polka thing.
It's like a kid's like xylophone set.
The fact that it's on the downbeats is kind of bizarre to me.
The sizzle.
Oh, where is he going? Oh, it's a skull.
You know, that sound doesn't sound as goofy in this context now. But I think when it was just like introduced like on its own, I was like, what is going on?
Wow. Ah, that's nice.
That counter line was so funny and it was kind of good.
Those harmonies are so good.
Hey! Whoa, what an acoustic ending.
That's so cute. Oh no! Ah! Wait, why so sad?
Do you know what's playing right now?
Very, very cute.
It's the song.
This is just like an postlude, right? This is not a part of the song.
Nice.
Wait, I like
Who
this
is
outro.
this? Who is this person? They sound great.
Oh, they're gonna make a little sail. Oh. Are they just gonna leave that there?
I could listen to this.
Oh, the flower.
Cute.
Wait. I low-key feel like this is not just a lost love, but like a dead love.
Oh,
More stuff like this.
nice. Aw,
Like that's a whole burial at sea situation.
Oh,
nice. That's beautiful. Wow, I want to listen to that for hours. That's gorgeous.
Whoa.
Why am I crying? It's like that was so gorgeous.
That was really sweet.
I would love to hear like a solo piano version of that. I think that's so beautiful.
I loved this song. I really loved this song.
Yay!
It was great. It was great. I like the big blue one.
That piano part is so reflective.
It is. I like it.
Wait, that's so sad now.
What if it's like they lost their childhood, like their childlike innocence? I think it could be a metaphor of like childlike innocence.
They're losing their childhood, and then they're sending it off into the ocean at the end. Like they're sending all the like the dandelion and the little watch in the mud and.
What was that? It was like
They really emphasized the watch.
They did emphasize the watch. Oh, where did the time go?
Ah,
That's what it's a metaphor for.
Holy schmoly! Oh yeah.
To me, it felt like a song about childhood.
Yeah. Why that give that vibe to you?
Well, I just feel like you hear this, it's just going off on that A as the bass, as that pedal tone, and then on top of it, it's just these kind of cute chords. Like the B major on top of that is kind of cute for me.
It's nice. It's cute. It's like kind of sad, but I guess that's the nature of like Lou. It's really funny because it still uses the bum 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 bing bum. It's cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I wanted to talk about that. Bum 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 bum. It's so cool how it's their voices.
That is a voice.
Or it's like a Vox synth, you know, like there's some kind of rhetorical quality to it, like spoken.
Just so many really cool little melodies in here and really cool harmonies in here. Like every section had its own little progression that in each one kind of like grabbed me.
I thought it was badass.
Interesting. That's like the opposite term. Everyone else is like, oh, it's so cute and naive. And you're like,
Naive. Maybe, are they listening to the lyrics? Like, what am I missing? No, it's just weird. Like, it was really weird, I thought.
Okay.
Like, like harmonically, specifically harmonically.
Why?
Well, the harmonies were never quite what you expected. It's another case of this is some modal mixture stuff going on for sure. I just thought there was just so much that like NCT is the classic. They're the best example in K-pop in my opinion of they're convincing you that they're gonna give you a pop progression, and then they slap you in the face with a chord you're not expecting. They'll couple that with kind of doing vibe switches like left and right. And all that together makes for this kind of like really interesting experience of like, I don't actually even know what's gonna really happen next, but somehow you keep convincing me that I do think I know what's gonna happen next. So yeah, for me, that's what made it fun to listen to.
And badass.
And badass.
The chords are really interesting because you're kind of circling around this A major and then this kind of like B over an A pedal. So, and then this is B major.
Got a 1 chord, and then we've got a major 2 chord. It doesn't really work in the key of A, but then we go to D minor and then back to A, and all this voice leading is just so beautiful.
So you're kind of like going in circles. And there's something a little bit lamenty about that. I think there's an element of hopefulness in reminiscing that happy memory, but in the end, like, you have to let it go. And I think the circularity of the pedal is really contributing to the mood of like just ruminating over it, maybe.
So it starts with the letting go chord progression, I'm gonna call it that. Yeah, but then the next chord progression, where you get the 4. Oh, it's an augmented chord. Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, there's something like very universal about this melody, right?
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, this song sounded so much like a different song.
It really does. I'm trying to think of what song it is.
It
feels like a musical theater song.
Do you know what it is?
Do you know the song?
I sang it in the reaction when I did this.
Flashback.
Wait, it's the... Isn't it good? Isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? You know? From Chicago?
End of flashback.
Chicago.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Honor.
It feels very like, it's the kind of progression you have when someone's like, and I'm off, and I'm ready to go, and the world is certain. So it feels like very like the hero has like finished their journey.
Well, I liked the percussive like texture of some of the, well, like it was a lot of very arpeggiated stuff. It wasn't a lot of kind of these big like wall of sound things. The rhythm and like the instrumentation gave that kind of impression that it was like bum 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 bum, like it's kind of pulling away from it a little bit.
It was kind of playful for me. That's how I would probably describe it. Specifically because like the emphasis on the upbeats, you know, it just feels kind of like really bouncy, like kind of like a kid, like just playing in the woods or something.
Yeah. And then this is really interesting because we were doing this before, right? And then all of a sudden there's actually
singing that on top of it, like the
Also that, I think that turned into like A minor is borderline like unfriendly.
I love it.
It's like antagonistic.
No, I love it.
No,
Because when it goes to the 4 chord, it feels so bright. Then when we start the new section in minor, it feels very subdued and dark.
It does feel very subdued and dark.
I like it that way. But then there's like a polka, and I guess I just grew up around a lot of polkas. It's kind of fun. It's kitschy.
Yes, it is.
And I kind of dig it like that.
This polka section is like building obviously to something, and it's creating all this tension and momentum, and then we get there and it just like immediately opens space. You have this big hit, and then like the 8th note after that is silent. Bum, dum, dum, bum, dum, dum, bum, and then back into the groove. So it's like, I feel like I use this expression a lot, but it's like you're going and then you just sort of hit a brick wall and you kind of like come to a sudden stop. And I guess in this case, like after you hit the wall, you sit there for like 2 seconds and then you push through it. And that's sort of what the resolution of the, I guess I would say like rhythmic tension.
Color or Baby Blue?
Baby blue.
Baby blue.
Baby blue.
Yeah.
This isn't really. I mean, I felt like I was just kind of like holding on for dear life in color. And for this one, it was like so many different harmonic and rhythmic things. But I feel like I arrived at each one with the song.
I like this one so much more.
Me too.
Why?
I just like the vibes more.
The chords too.
Baby blue for me.
I liked color.
Baby blue for me was just like more interesting. There's enough polystylism in here that like it tickles my brain. The only really interesting stuff I feel like the one before this were the harmonies. The most interesting stuff, I should say. And I didn't feel like that was the most interesting stuff from this.
Go off, Isaiah.
Not that Aiden's wrong or anything. That's his opinion. Everyone finds different things interesting. I liked color more. My biggest thing with, I guess, Baby Blue was it felt kind of stagnant at points. Like it was just kind of like sitting back. And with color, like I mentioned, like the instrument choices and just sort of like adding variety and diversity in what they were doing to create some sort of color, right?
Baby blue. In a heartbeat, baby blue.
I think I would say Baby Blue. Because the sections individually in Baby Blue were more entertaining to me.
Color.
Baby blue. I can hear the harmony better with this one, even like because it's arpeggiated and I think it's in different instrumentals, it's a little clearer to me. So it makes a little more sense to brain. It's cute.
I liked color because it has all the fun little like, I think it had more like vocal layering that was like more like thicker. So I think this is like, they're all singing sort of the same line. And I kind of like the interaction with like the different modes and sounds.
Do you guys prefer color or baby blue?
Prefer? I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. Because they're both so different. I mean, from a standpoint of what I'm putting on my playlist, I would put on color.
I think from a purely listening standpoint, and you take out the last 30 seconds of Baby Blue, I think color as well. It's more cheerful. It's a lot more fun to listen to. But with the music video and with knowing the meaning behind all of it, I like Baby Blue.
There's so many directions the bass can go, and they take literally every single one across every single chorus. Like, they take every different way that they possibly can, and it's awesome.
You can keep talking, Taya.
See, like, if you clip it to your neck skin, it's not going to fall off in the same way.
No.
I'm curious, I'm sorry.
Ow! Well, yes, that hurts. Well, yes.